thank you for, thank you for sharing. Thank you for letting me talk about this. It is inseparable from the art, but I
God.
also know that it's heavy, and I want to say thank you all
Ooh.
for being chill and for coming in and just hanging out. We are actually about at the 15-minute warning, and by that I mean we're going to be heading into Nardasi Does streams here in about 15 minutes. Again, this is a Rage Train event, so normally I stream Thursdays and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm on a little bit later tonight just because I'm part of a fantastic event, about 56 hours of streamers all across the Make It Some Crafting community, and we've been going for like 40 hours right now, and it's been really, really good stuff. We have a list of streamers, which I will have come up on screen here in a second, and also just be sure to check out as many of them as you can. They offer some incredible things, and I'm just really grateful for the raids that came in during this as well too, because we got to meet some new friends. So just thank you everybody. I'll do some more
Please.
send offs and thank you as we get a little bit closer to the end. I just wanted to let everybody know kind of what to expect in the next 15 minutes.
Testing.
We'll be raiding into Nardasi Does streams, which my community knows. It's really funny when these
Testing.
line up
Testing. Okay.
because you find your time zone buddies, and so we have definitely raided into Nardasi's streams
But.
before, and I was just so happy that they were coming after us on the
But.
rage train because it's like
But.
communities here.
Is that?
Everyone's great. Please check them out.
Yeah, no, it's
And Aaron says, I
technically
love
like
that you use the term Renaissance. The political climate is absolutely the right
yeah,
place for an artistic and scientific revolution.
13
I
minutes
love the
now.
idea that the connections that we
I
think
I
are
tried
smart
to
and
be
important
early
are
without
smart,
being
and
like
the artists and the scientists are the core.
ridiculously early.
Too much hype. There we go. Are the core of revolution, and they are happening on Twitch. I love it too. I think it's really
Is
cool.
why is that?
But yes, please check out as many crafters as you can. And Vicky says,
Hold
iOS has
on.
sensory processing issues in terms of gender. It's a lot. In summary, I'd say trans non-binary. I use he, they.
Let
Thank you for
me
sharing your
adjust that
preference.
while I can.
And I also use the genderqueer and gender nonconforming. Also, I'm planning on going into graphic design, and I'm an art and design major. Well, hello, friend. I'm going to drop you a follow, so we can just keep in contact. I love everything that you said in that sentence. I feel, I feel. So I wish you absolutely the best on the art
What
and graphic
color is
design.
that? It's annoying. Okay.
It's fun stuff. And again, I think that's just part of the really fun things and just meeting everybody here on Twitch,
Ayo,
and
I'm
just going
troubleshooting
into
some
the
stuff.
broader communities and finding everybody is like there's
Did that
I've
work?
learned a lot about myself in the way that
Oh
because
no,
I've made
that
connections
did
with a
not
lot of
work.
people, and it's something that I would have killed for 10 years ago. But hey, we're here now, and we're gonna do the best we can, and that's why I want to talk about it, and I want to share, and I want to make sure that nobody
Can you
feels
please
weird and
work?
alone.
Okay.
Because guess what? You might
Wow,
break
really? It
something,
got my eyes.
but only in the joyful, celebratory, nerdy way. There's nothing wrong. You're not broken, and we're here to be weird with you. So I'm
That
gonna lay
working?
out some of the
Nah.
bits because we are coming up on the end. Time really flies when you're having fun. I just want to show you kind of no final layout. Obviously, I'll be
Hmm.
posting some images on my socials when it's all done. But
I
I want to
guess
make
I'll
sure that you
just
guys
keep
see
it
kind of where
on
we were going with this before we got to the
magenta
Nardasi stream. So you can see once I get that all laid out,
and let my mouth be
I'm gonna go
kinda
into freeze frame. It's gonna be a little rainbow
kinda
in a couple
transparent.
minutes,
That's fine.
and then I'll show you the characters from the book that they're based on, so you can actually see
There we go.
yes, I have art skills kind of kind of way. So the felt right now it's
Nice.
very silly in 3D. It's gonna
I'm
be sitting
set
down in hands
whenever
by the time I get
whenever
into
Catherine's
these
good to
edits, and I
go.
will pull it to a nice tightness, and it will be more succinct, if you will. But here are the characters. Oh, hey, Smider, how's it going? These are the characters that are based off. So that is Pi right there, and that is Ron.
Uh, is that too loud? I hope that's not too loud. Oh, it's not even. There we go. It's very quiet. Why do they got sports at your government buildings? What do they do, play racquetball off the hallways or something? I associate government buildings with like sparse architecture, uncomfortable chairs, long lines. There's usually at least one really long featureless hallway, so that'd be pretty good for bowling. Oh yeah, if it's a public school, it is kind of a government building, huh? Cool. Those can all have their uses in practical everyday life. Build very specific muscles. Gosh darn it, I was able to get that in here before. Maybe I should split the card. I mean, yeah, schools also often do have long featureless hallways in my experience, so I mean, bowling. Man, I got a Kotatsu heater, just the heater by itself. I really like it. I currently have it next to my leg. It's under a blanket. Because it's really low heat, low wattage, so it just kind of provides a soft warmth that works best under a blanket. Perfectly made for its purpose. So it's not like dangerous to have it in a small enclosed space or touch it, because you can touch it and it's fine. I was thinking of like attaching it to a table, but I might just keep it loose and just like put it under a blanket like I have it now. I probably should have done this earlier, but I forgot. I just pull on a little tangle, so I gotta... Or will it? Yeah, it will. never been very good at, like, running, but I can walk for a long time. But I guess walking isn't interesting enough to be a sport. That's why I don't think I've ever heard hiking be called a sport. Well, sometimes in hiking you do have to climb. Rock climbing can be a sport. If you're just walking around, everyone's like, so what, you're just walking around. Is the mic picking up every time I breathe heavily? Because if so, that's going to be annoying. Let me, like, turn that down. Okay, then. Oh my god, it's like picking up everything. That's annoying. Just Wednesdays. The secret to being a runner is be an early bird, but just Wednesdays. Ancient knowledge passed down by the marathon winners. And the sprinter bolds. Sprinter is a bold. There's like, okay, so you just gotta get up early on one week and it's just Wednesday. You gotta practice those days. Middle of the week. You can get a head start on your classmates or teammates. I don't know what they call it when you're running. Fellow runners. At practicing on Wednesday mornings anyway. Don't forget to stretch. Okay, there's that one. Hey. What's up, y'all? I should do that part later. First off, hydration and posture check. For everyone who is slouching on the train ride here. The thing I'm going to be doing today, with all these little rainbow colors, is origami butterflies. Here's like a bigger one. They don't have to be this complex. If anyone would like to learn this fold, I swear it's like super easy. It's one of the easiest folds I know. This is just one that has been fancied up a little bit. There's some easy steps, but I swear it's easy. I don't have another example with me right now, but I'm about to make one, so. Good idea. You gotta be careful with your projectiles. Okay, I guess I'm also gonna show how to do just these little things. That was a little delayed, but it got there. It got there. There we go. And I don't know if I'll show how to make these things or just something I was playing with. I might also show you how to make little skulls. But primarily the butterflies. Okay. If you like to follow along, get yourself a square of paper. It's generally bigger to work with a bigger piece of paper. We're going to be doing the classic 4-way fold, which starts off a lot of origamis. You fold it You fold it in half to make a rectangle, and then you fold it in half to make a rectangle the other way, and it's four little squares, and then you fold it like a triangle diagonally. Carefully crimp it down. And then you do that again. And I'm gonna be doing this 12 times, so if anyone like misses part, you'll see it again. Challenge mode. A wandering snake is going around sniffing at people's papers with their accusatory little tongue. And he's like, yo, do you even origami? Alright, so once you have the four little sides folded, the little starburst going on here, you want to fold it into a triangle. Doesn't matter which side, because they're all the same. Wait. You ever have like a moment where you've done literally the same origami literally hundreds of times and then you forget all the steps because you're showing it to other people? Like a dog who doesn't know how to do a trick in front of your friends and you're like, look how cute this is. Anyway, I lied. I was thinking about the skulls. You fold it into one of the rectangles with the fold on the top, and then it opens at the bottom like this. And then we take this side and go like that. So it looks like this. And the other side, the same. Yeah, like earlier today I was trying to log into like my bank account or something I log into like all the time to check it. And I had just logged into it like 5 minutes ago, but I accidentally like closed the app on my phone. And then I went back to it and I was like, what's my password? I've been using the same one since I changed it like a month ago, and I freaking couldn't remember it. Okay, then you're gonna take one of the little flaps, like, okay, once you folded it like this, it's gonna be like this. Okay, so now, sometimes it helps people to turn it upside down like this, so you have a little triangle like this. I'm sorry if the camera's not very good. You're gonna take one of the little flappies in front, the front part of the triangle, and fold it down so that the tip of the little triangle here goes down to the bottom. And do it the other side. This is a symmetrical fold. So now you have this sort of thing going on. Yeah, Snake Cakes has been here for a while. It's got, well, of course I am the old Eldritch Witch here, but Snake Cakes has seniority. And then you have your little thing here, and you have the back of it, and you take the bottom of it, not all of it, you want to leave the little feeties down here. You want to take this, and this part kind of confuses some people sometimes. You want to pull it so that it peaks, come on, so it peaks up a little bit. So you've got these two little bits down, and you want to do it so that it's like pulling at the bottom feeties. Give it a little squeeze, and then these parts that are like sort of trying to escape, you pull them and press them down. This is called a squash fold. You take a part that's like trying to bend out like that because it's being pulled too far, and you just kind of squish it, and then it's very nice and neat. So you have this sort of thing going on. It's already looking like a butterfly. And then to give it the that sort of the butterfly shape, that we're going to fold it in half. It looks like that. And then when you hold it on the side, you got your little thing like that. When you fold it, the wings out like this. I'm not good at talking. And now that's like that. You folded this up, and so it's going to give it a bit of dimension. But if you just, well, you can just leave it like this if you want the super simple look. Like you could just totally call it a day and be like, that's my butterfly. It's a cute little butterfly. If you want to like have the fully symmetrical fold, then you also go to the other side and you fold this over like this, so that you have both sides. And then in the middle, there's sort of a little zigzag where you folded like the little butterfly head. It kind of looks like a paper plane. I grip triangles all the time. You have to grip them tight. This is another one. It's another sort of squash fold. Squash folds are like the most confusing thing to teach people about in origami because, like, sometimes do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating in the wind? I literally don't know the rest of the words. You got the little bit up here, and then you want to sort of push it together, so just a little point, and then squash it down. Sometimes it can get a little uneven. You gotta like get in there and push this. If anyone wants me to show them on a bigger paper, I have like a whole stack of bigger papers. And then you press it down in the middle. Is a butterfly. I'm gonna make all of these. That's what it looks like in the back. Focus camera. Focus camera. Oh, there you go. Looks like that in the back because it's been folded, and that helps hold it down. Yeah. Should probably learn how to zoom this thing. So I'm gonna fold all these, and then I'm gonna add the little details to them because I got double-sided paper and I want to use it so that I can show like a. I picked all the complementary ones. This is green inside of red, and I've got orange and blue, purple, and yellow. You know, the classic sets. Oh, I didn't know they were hollow. That's cool. Well, I guess yeah. You know, it helps on weight. They played that over the speaker system? Why? And now I'm gonna do that again, like 11 more times. When I'm not slowing down to show people, I can usually get one of these done like a butterfly a minute. Or it's just like the basic butterfly. But this is one of the simplest folds next to like the classic crane fold. I would assume so. They have been used as weapons. Every morning for a year. Why? Did someone at the school like mean to get the rights to a Katy Perry song like once, and then they were like, wow, this is extremely expensive. We have to get our money's worth. They're like, I don't know, let's play it every day for a year, then it'll feel like it was worth it to pay like, I don't know how much it costs to get the rights to that kind of thing, but I'm assuming like a few $100s at least. Oh, and also when making these, you can, they're really adjustable, like you can make it, have wings that are sort of flatter out, you could have wings that are sort of higher up. Is like, when you fold this part, if you fold this really hard, like if you give it a really deep fold, you'll end up with like this really sort of thin butterfly. If you give it a more shallow fold, you'll end up with a much wider spread. I usually go for sort of like a middling one. I don't really use an exact measure, but like usually it ends up so that this crease up here meets the point at the bottom, kinda, like it goes down. Oh my god, yeah, and then they just played it the rest of the months of the school year. It'd have been a freaking starting a student committee to petition them to stop. Maybe I was hearing that come on the radio and just punching through your car radio out of reflex. It's like, no, not again. I just can't take it. Oh no. Yeah. Because, like, I get songs stuck in my head really easily, and also I just hate certain noises. Like, I'm okay with that song, but if I heard it every day, in my school no less, for a year, I would definitely be there blocking my ears, humming to myself, probably rocking back and forth a little bit. Just like fiddling with something, all of the stems to distract. Good, they better not. What the heck? Thank God. Tank, thank. But I just realized that, like, no matter where you fold it, it's gonna line up. Okay, that was dumb advice before. Sometimes I'm like, I've connected the dots. You didn't connect anything. I've connected them. Ooh. Sometimes I'll make butterflies that are so tiny, I'll actually get out my little jewelry pliers and just give them an extra squeeze because they need it. Oh no! I could, like, clean these off a little bit. I'm gonna be getting little metal smears on my little papers. Right? I've connected them. Origami, even. Just go through all the vowels. Origama. Origamu. Origami, but it's spelled with a Y. Origami. Origami. That's the French pronunciation. Origami. Origami. Yeah, every time I'm like, well, almost every time, it's kind of like, you know when you're like, you're drawing and someone's like, oh wow, you draw, I can't even draw a stick figure. Oh, like, sorry to bring that back for a snake. But like, every time I'm like, yeah, I know a tiny, very small amount of simple origami and sometimes do more complicated folds. Someone's always like, oh my god, origami is the most complicated, confusing thing in the entire world and I will never understand it. I don't know how you wrap your head around it. I'm like, it's not calculus. But also I understand because, like we have a lot of crocheters in this craft group, and like some knitters and other fiber artists. The only, like, yarn craft I understand is, like, weaving, because it's really straightforward. I can't make the little loopy loopies work in my head. It's confusing. I don't know how to count the loops, the knots, whatever. However, one time I learned, I was trying to crochet again. I don't know why I keep trying, but I was trying. And I managed to attach a second line of loopies to the first line, and it looked pretty uniform, if I say so myself. And then I got confused and messed it up, but I did a second line. And I think I mentioned it, but if anyone wants to learn, I also, there's a really cute skull fold. Focus camera, please. Really cute skull fold that I like to do sometimes. If anyone wants to learn how to do the skull fold, it's actually also very simple despite looking complicated. Like, construction-wise, it can be a little weird, because you have to be like, huh, how's that gonna work? But then, like, it all comes together. Good night! It all comes together and you're like, oh, well, little skelly bones. I'm currently, there's this, it's called the Santa Fe Recycle Show, and it's like an annual thing that I learned about, like, last year, because I don't live in Santa Fe. Santa Fe is for people who are richer than me, and, drive like maniacs. I don't like Santa Fe. But, like, they have the big Santa Fe Recycle Show, and it's a huge show focused on, like, if you're gonna be a vendor there, if you're gonna show your art there and have people buy in stuff, it has to be, like, a certain amount of reused material. Like, you can't use too much, like, new material or it doesn't count. So it's got a lot of fun stuff there. I was thinking of trying to enter their trash and show next year by making some kind of something using just a ton of origami butterflies folded out of, like, candy wrappers. Because I've been folding the same fold. Wow, I did not cut this right when I was sizing down the papers. Oh well. I've been making this, like, same fold of butterflies for a while, and occasionally I'll just have, like, a foil wrapper are, like, really nice to use for certain folds because they hold creases. Get back here. They hold creases really well. The only problem is that if you mess up and have to recrease, you can see the mistake forever. But if you know what you're doing, foil is really pretty for that kind of thing. And so, hold on, let me do a quick posture check. Posture check, hydration check. So for a while, like every time I get a deal on Andes mints, I just make another little butterfly. I've got, like, gum wrappers. I've got, like, those Mozart candies, Ferrero Rocher, those little delicious chocolate Santa Claus ones that I love so very, very much. All that sort of thing. I've just been making a bunch of these. But now that I'm gonna, like, make an outfit out of them or something, or at least cover myself in them, I realize I need a lot, so I'm almost tempted to be like, hey, if anyone has, like, an interesting foil candy where they live, or some pretty paper or something, send it to me for the thing. That would be weird. I don't know, it might not be weird, but definitely a way to get a lot of weird packages. Oh my god, I completely forgot. don't usually get a lot of entrance for these, but it did snow? Oh my god. Are you gonna try to sleep in the camper anyway, or? Okay, yeah, it's gonna be way too cold. But Agune. Feel like oh, are you gonna get the light? Oh, thank you very much. I didn't know if I had to get up or not. Alright, but I'm gonna make like little. Usually, what I do with my butterflies is I just end up folding hundreds of them. I just like put them on little strings and put like beads on them and stuff. So I was gonna make I got my thread here, I've got my clamps, I got my giant bottle of tacky glue. You know, I make like these little garlands where they sort of trail down. It's a bunch of little butterflies floating in the breeze, and I think they're very simple and cute. They look really nice with light shining through them, so they're nice in a window. If you want, I could do a giveaway. I was gonna do like 2 people, because I was gonna do 2 little garlands. So if you type !gimme, like GIMME, then yeah. I think you can also use ticket, but let me test it, because it should be. Okay, yeah, I will discount myself. I don't need any more of my own butterflies. What? What? Hold on. Did I mess up? Oh, wait, it says 3 people. Okay. Okay, you're both in it. Stream Elements is... just don't know what it's doing. Shout out to this weird CBD soda company I'm trying one of their drinks from. One of the most plants I have ever experienced. Oh yeah, I was also gonna make little paper stars, you know, like these things. And I was, I'm gonna like put them along like this, and I want to put like a paper star in between each one, and then like, leave it off with like a little thing like this. Or maybe like a tassel of them. I haven't entirely figured out how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, just like Stream Elements, we're all really just trying our best. Okay, alright, so I think this is... oh, okay, I made that out of slightly thinner paper. Whatever, I'm gonna do my best with this. I don't know if it's long enough, but let's see. To make a paper star, you, hold on, okay, you start by, you put your paper in like a little loop, and then you like tie it in a knot. I don't know if I made these big enough, whoops. And then you pull it very carefully, adjusting it as you go. Until it's like a little pentagonal shape. Yeah, man, I was so hyped to find this palette of double-sided origami papers. It also has, usually these papers come with like some little examples of some very simple classic origamis. There's the crane right there. But man, I was thrilled to find this, because there's a jack-o'-lantern fold that I don't even know if I remember how to do, but it's really cute. So if you get one that's like orange and yellow, or red and yellow, or like green and yellow or something, it's like it's just really cute. Okay, so you fold it, and then you would take the little like tab that's left over from the front, and you sort of just hold that down. I realized I didn't make these to make these thin enough. I may have to cut them. But like you take the little tail and you wrap it around the pentagon, and it'll always just kind of automatically fold to be where it needs to be. You just kind of wrap it around. Yeah, let me see if I even can do this, because usually you kind of have to build up the paper. Like, I might have to use these tiny bitty ones, but then I'm worried about the size of the star. I thought I planned this well, but... Oh no, yeah, hold on. Paper knots are really delicate. So it's a hassle trying to undo them, but sometimes you gotta, what do they call it? Frog it in crocheting and knitting. You gotta frog it, you gotta delete your art, you gotta try again. What was the size that I used for that? It's like just slightly thinner than that. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's just these. I love the satisfaction of like, you have the cool colors and the hot colors. Bam, bam. That's just really nice. Okay, it's gonna be a little jank, but look, it doesn't matter. If I need to, I can just remake them. I have a ton of paper, and I'm planning to do some recycled paper, so I can just throw the scrap in the recycled paper bucket if I need to. Oops. Okay, let me see if I can work this a bit better. Okay, so I always get confused starting out because I want to like twist it around weird. Okay, so we have our little loopy loop. And then you sort of tuck that under there, and it ties it in a knot, and you very carefully pull it. Gently pull. You have to like adjust this one. I'm not very fast at these because I don't make them very often, but I thought it would be really cute to put little rainbow stars between the little rainbow butterflies, so I just have to suffer for art. Get it like this. Kind of looks like, not quite, but a little frog going just with these colors. Take that and wrap it over, and wrap it over, wrap it. Because like you have to wrap it enough times to get around every side, which is what I messed up at before. Because if you make it too thick, then you're not gonna be it's not gonna be long enough. And then at the end, when you have a little tiny little blit sticking out, little blit, you tuck that into one of the folds that you have going on. Well, here I have two folds I can tuck it into, so I'm gonna gently press that in there. And then you got this clean little pentagon. Now this part I always often mess up on, but we're gonna take our little flat thing and pinch the corners in like this. Sort of gently. Come on. Ah! Try so hard and go so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. Okay. Gently squish. Yes, it's working. Okay, you gently squish it, and like when you squish it, it'll start to puff out if you squish it evenly enough. And once you squish down the little sides, the little points will form, and it'll turn into a cute little star. These things are precious. I am able to make them with, you can make them with really tiny ones. It just gets harder the smaller it is, of course, because they're really finicky and tiny. Oh boy, I have two. still... Well, it's a bit big, but I might be able to make it work. Okay, then I have this one, so I can use the purple side. Oh no! A stack of cookies fell down. I should eat one of my cookies so there's less cookies that can fall down. I dip them in milk. Now I got myself some Snackos, got myself some chalky milk and some cookies, some graham crackers, and then I just like forgot about them. Put the mic away so I don't make any gross sounds. I bumped the camera with my head. It's fine. I was trying to stretch my neck out. Will... Yeah, I have it on a timer, but I don't know if it's working. A couple extra things along here. Fold and fold and fold. The folding part is really like satisfying. This one's a bit thinner. Is it gonna be too long? This one might be a little too long to fold under, so I'm gonna give it a little snip to take off a bit of length there. I'm gonna carefully nudge that between those two folds. And there's that. Okay. And start carefully. Yes, okay. I always feel so triumphant when I start to get the little star forming because it's really easy to like just make it bend in a weird way so that it doesn't puff out properly. This one's a bit of a runt, but that's fine. It's okay to be teeny. Just so I like remember for later, who am I raiding into again? I keep forgetting. Is it Leaf? No, is it Leafadja or heck? Okay, it is Leafadja. I remembered. Boy, I'm gonna get a good grade in memory. Something that is both normal to want and possible to achieve. Wait, actually, you can get a good grade in memory. You can take like memory tests. I'm lying. I never get a good grade in those. I have horrible memory. Yeah, Leafadja, yeah. Thanks for the confirmation. Sometimes they're just tiny fiddly little bits that you just gotta... Should I pull that out and try again? Okay, no, it went in. No, it's not quite going. Come on. Go on. Okay, no. Sometimes it just starts like folding backward instead of folding... inward. Okay, I got one little crease. There we go. I messed that one up a little bit. The inside didn't quite go out. Where's... I had like a small pin. I can use this needle. Sometimes if it gets a little weird, you can insert a needle into like one of the points and carefully push things back into place. Okay, it's a little bit better. Still crinkling and crunkling a bit, but that's a little bit better. Okay, so now I need the red and the orange. Again, these are a little bit too thick. I was just like hastily cutting these earlier. Well, I hope Pickles is doing okay. She always like makes herself sick during these or happens to get sick and we're all like, Pickle, no! Okay, I'm gonna do these two and then take a break from these and I'm gonna add some detail to the butterflies. Yeah, it's cool that you're helping so much this time, especially since, you know, some of us have had to block Darth, who's usually the one, or sometimes the one, doing like the extra stuff. Who else usually helps? I think sometimes Tina's helps, but I know she had a bunch of other stuff to do. You're doing great though, I hope it doesn't stress you out too much. You've been in enough of these events, I know you know what to do. Everyone's having a snooze. Okay, there's a tiny little crease I might be able to put that into. There we go. Okay. Dag nabbit. Okay. Anxiety and stress tend to go together, but that's fine. You're doing really good at this. Making sure everyone's on time with their stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna have to give that a little trim and tuck that into this part instead. Sometimes you try something and it don't work out so good. Thank you for being so cooperative, little red star. Except for that one crease, but that's fine. Right. One more little star. Ornage. Feels like it should be like a stupid gamer in joke. You know, like RNG. We already have RNGesus, but we don't have like orange. Some people pronounce it orange, so I don't know what I'm getting at. It's just like brainstorming. Oh heck, sorry. Yeah, I also can't stand praise, so I try not to be too mushy gooey about it, because I don't like it when people are like, you're so appreciated and you're doing so much good things here and everyone loves you for some reason. I don't know why, but I hate that. It's like, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm allergic to praise. And it's not like I like it if someone's like, you suck. Then I'll just feel like, hey, heck off. I don't like praise, I don't like recognition, so I keep my stream really small and tiny. Right. I like positivity that's either like aggressive positivity, you know, where it's like thrive out of spite, that kind of thing. Or when it's just like, hey, good job, cool stuff. I like the stuff. And I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks. But when it feels a bit too heartfelt and like sentimental and like sappy, I'm like, I know you mean well, but I'm dying. Yay! Focus camera. Okay. Tile wallpaper stars. I should do that later, too. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna, because when I was trying to do these before, I got kind of confused. So I'm gonna... I fold these super differently. I'm gonna, like, do the same folds on these. Okay. So to get the details I was doing, I'm gonna go like an assembly line. I'm gonna go down and do the same folds to all of them, so I know I'm doing the same pattern on all of them. Although it would be fun to have them all be different too, huh? Yeah, let's go crazy. Let's have fun with this one. Okay, I'm gonna fold that up. I have done this. I unfolded the little middle part, and then I folded the two wings down. It looks kind of like a little person now, or like a penguin. Yeah, they have their arms out. It's like dee dee dee. Anyway, and then I folded this up in a specific way that goes back up, but there's like a little crease. I'm also gonna fold out little leg wings. I know they're not called leg wings, but I can't remember what they're called. So to me, they're leg wings. Now it looks like it wants to fight, or it looks like one of those old-fashioned like samurai hats. Now we're gonna do a little diamond fold on this. This is the part of the origami where it gets confusing. The rest of it It's downright easy. Here I'm getting to some experimental stuff. And also, wow, my nails are not cooperating with me. Thank you, nails. Okay. Not sure if I'll like that. Let me see. No, I don't like that shape. Oh yeah, your wall monsters are really cool. How did I do that one before? Okay, I put it up and then I folded it again. Oh. When things are small, everything is more difficult. Why did I do this to myself? Why are we here? Just to suffer. Every day I come up with overly ambitious craft projects. Okay, that is even. I just lost the fold. It's currently looking like this. Is that like the purple one? Can't remember if I know that one, but I know there's one that's like purple. It's pretty rad. Can I make that too stumpy? A little bit. It does look even more butterfly-like. This is the part where I risk busting the paper because I'm messing around with it too much. The good thing about a good origami paper is that it can stand up to a bunch of different crazy little folds. The little tails here to be slightly longer. It's just gonna be short, I guess. Well, nature is full of asymmetricality. That doesn't feel too unnecessary. Alright. Now after all that messing around, I have this. So here's like the simplified version, and then there's the fancified version. Well, one of the possible fancified versions. Well, I may honestly just make like a bunch of these for something. I don't know what. Put it on my hair or something. I'm really liking this skull butterfly I accidentally made. Anyway. Thank you. Now from here, what if I just do this one without opening it up? Oh, although then that won't hold the crease as well. Okay. Hold that at a different angle. Oh, hey, what's up, Pickle? I hope you're doing good. Our queen? The righteous and mad Queen Pickle has returned to us. This one I can do... If I just do real simple, like... nestle those back together. You got two slightly different types of butterfly. Oh yeah, I sent you some, didn't I? Yeah. I'm glad you liked those. Yeah, and there is, just do a very simple... If I'm gonna do that sort of eye spot look, I should make it, like, big. Yeah. It's always my go-to is the Roy G. Biv. Sometimes I struggle with like color combinations, so why not all the color combinations? ¿Por qué no los todos? Those, and then this one I'll try to do like a burst, not like a bigger bottom part. I could also just like, make it one of the ones with like the long tails. Well, let me like I don't know. Yeah, rest up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I learned how to put a new shaped tail. I don't have to show these every time, but I'm like having fun with experimenting, so I'm like, oh, ho, ho, look at all the variations. Oh yeah, Pickle, we're doing another giveaway. It's exclamation point gimme. Like Gimme. So far I think only Sassy and Catherine are in there, so. If you want, you could totally just like let both of them win because I'm doing two winners. Either that, or you could be like, no, more butterflies for me, possibly. Which is totally valid. Thanks everyone, great Arc Eden. I think this one might turn out... Well, if it turns out a bit small, that's okay. I just want to be able to fold it and keep it folded. You can do it, like... Okay, what if I just do the bottoms little, like... Just some little dots on the bottoms? Like, if anyone else is okay with giving me an address that I can send some little paper butterflies on a string to, then you can also add in. Otherwise, like, the only two people right now are Sassy and Catherine, and that's it. Oh. Yeah, if you need me to stall for time, I'm totally okay with that. You said you gotta take your kids to school? That's important. Wahoo! Well, this one turned into a little tiny mini. With big eye spots. It's ready to scare away some predators with its giant eye spots. Well, compared to the others, it is pretty small. Maybe I could, like, frame it with a couple bigger ones to, like... increase it? Let's see. Or, like, you know, balance it out. That's what I meant. Right. Ah, it's scary! Run away! You could totally just enter, because, like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this one by the time, I gotta cut out at, like, 2 AM my time zone. Because I'm gonna make another one. It's gonna be similar to this. I made a bunch of little paper stars. I'm gonna put stars between the butterflies for extra colorfulness, and I'm gonna make some little tassels at the bottom that look like this, so when it twists in the wind, it's different colors. But the second one will probably be a mystery as to how it looks. Maybe for this one, I should just put like a little eye spots on the ends of the wings and then make the tail short, because there are some butterflies where they have such short, like lower, I'm just gonna call them feety wings, wing feets. Yeah, it's exclamation point, gimme. If anyone doesn't want to enter the giveaway, that's also okay. I'm just doing it for funsies, and so I have somewhere to put these extra butterflies when I'm done with them. I made like a whole ton of these little things. I kind of like the simplicity of that. I'll do some small thing with the bottoms though. I just made like a whole ton of little butterfly strings, and some of them I gave away as presents. A bunch of them I just like sold at my last yard sale. Because I was like, well, I can sell whatever I want in my yard sale. It doesn't have to be clothes and stuff. but sold them for $1 each, and there were about 10 to 15 butterflies on each one, so honestly kind of underselling depending on the amount of time it takes to make these, but you know what, I can... Shush. Glad you like the butterflies. Did that one turn out? It is very close to the orange one. I thought they're just like the tiniest little diamonds down at the bottom. Might end up looking kind of similar to the yellow one. Oh well. Oh cool. Yeah. As usual, no rush on sending the stuff. That's just really rad you're willing to give that away. I will love it and cherish it and polish its little screen. I was gonna say its little face, but like it's a computer thing, it's a little game console, so it has a screen and not a face, but you know what I mean. I love it forever, and it will be mine, and it will be my squishy. Just the tiniest little spots of the tails look kind of cute. Okay, then one more for the string, and then I gotta get my glue and my little clamps, and I can start attaching them to a string, and I hope it's gonna be okay the way I want to attach the stars, because I'm gonna have to just like put a needle and thread through them. It should be fine. It's probably fine. This one kind of looks like a little, like a penguin, like sliding. It's like, wee. We're not doing penguins, we're doing butterflies. Ooh, I haven't done that before. Oh, the joy of hecking around and finding out, but it's like a good thing. Oh, okay, I like that. It gave it like a little, Peter Pan cover. Hey yo, what's up? I'm making little origami butterflies. Okay, what should I do at the bottom then? I could make it like the ones on the top to sort of balance it out, I guess. Again, if anyone has showed up here after I showed the first how to make these things, let me know if you want to see how to make them again. Because I showed the basic fold, and then I did the basic fold 12 times so that people could see it over and over just in case. Oh, okay, I like that. When you crease it in the middle and sort of pull everything together into a little shape, it has a really cute, like, you know, it changes the design. Yay! Alright. Out the way. Okay, I've got, this is probably too long. Ah! Sorry. Yeah, like I was rambling about before, it's like how I can't understand like crochet and knitting. I have tried many times. No, I'll just use the one thread and then but like I really like origami stuff, and even then I have to like, if I'm gonna do a tutorial, I have a hard time following just like the flat paper diagram, like the ones in the little booklet there. It works best if I can see a video, and then I have to watch the video, and I have to be folding along with the video, and then I have to pause it and watch it 3 more times, and eventually I get it. Quick hydration check. Posture check, maybe do a stretch. I'm stretching my neck out. Because my neck tension is acting up again. Okay, I tied a little loop at the top of my thing. I'm just gonna attach them. Okay, I'm gonna sort of figure out what looks good here. The yellow, then green, orange. Or wait, maybe the blue here. Blue here. Orange, then red. I was trying to make it so that the I was trying to make it so that the pieces like don't touch the colors. Yeah, isn't the dragon so cute? Okay, then that there, then that there. Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna take this wide-eyed needle and find the end of this thread. And hope that this works out well with the little stars. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to figure out something else. Why am I pulling that all the way over there? I don't need to do that. Stop that. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to attempt. Let's see, this one looks like the easiest one to get through. Carefully punch through the bottom here. Oh, there we go. All I did was recommend that you trace the jar and then do a concept sketch so that you knew how it was going to fit in the jar. Which, I don't know, to me that seems like one of those things where it's like, ah yes, that is the first step, but also I know that like if I'm doing my own project, I'll be like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. What do I do? What am I even doing? You know how it goes. Kind of wonder if I should use like a different. No, you know what? I like black against bright colors. It makes them pop. Now I'm tying a little knot here. I may have to do 2 knots, or is it gonna be thick enough? It's gonna be a little delicate, but I put a little knot there to stop it from like falling down by itself. And now I'm gonna take one of my little clippies. And usually just the way I do this is the little like inside clippy bit where like the head is, the body of the butterfly, I guess, in the middle, you can sort of just like put some glue in there and then put the string in and squish it closed and keep it clipped down. And then it stays really good. Okay, I'm gonna spread that out a little bit. I'm gonna... Yeah, you were like, help, SOS, I need help. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ah! I was like, it's okay, I know that feel. Yeah. Big ol' heckin' honker chonker of tacky glue. You don't need a heckin' honker chonker of tacky glue, but these bulk sizes are like a good price usually, so I mean, you might as well get the big ol' honker chonker. Although they are harder to deal with than the smaller ones since you know they're heavier. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit shorter up. Ah. Okay, and then we sort of squish that down. Remove the spare bits of paper and cat hair that get into everything when I do this. Pull that in there. Then I'm squishing that closed. I'm gonna... Some of the glue's coming out, so I have to wipe it off. I just sort of put that on there. And that should dry soon. Then I can very delicately get this tiny purple one in here. I found a hole at the top, I think. Ah, there we go. I think that's just a brand name. Like, it's just white glue. It's just, you know, like Elmer's glue, school glue, but like, in my experience, this particular brand, Tacky Glue, Aileen's original Tacky Glue, which this is not sponsored, but sponsor me, Tacky Glue. It's really strong and it holds on to stuff really well. Mostly I use it for things like paper because, you know, white glue is great for paper. It's also good for like EVA foam, like craft foam. Huh. I don't know. Because, like, here where I live in New Mexico in the US, we have Aileen's Tacky Glue. And if someone says Tacky Glue, we know they mean this particular type of glue. Otherwise, we just say, like, Elmer's or school glue or something. Maybe it's, like, specifically an English thing. That's, like, really common in England, but, like, here in the States, it's, like, not common. So we think it's, like, a special thing. Yeah, tacky just means sticky, so... You know, like when paint is partially dry, it's still tacky. Tacky can also mean cheap, cheesy, corny, but I don't think that's what they're trying to get at here. Unless they're like, yes, this is the most tasteless glue you can get. Nah, if it was like a true tacky glue, it would have like, instead of just like this, like, coppery gold bottle, it would have like leopard print. And every bottle would be smoking a cigarette. Oh, and also it would be covered in rhinestones. And I would be extremely drawn to it. Just for the aesthetic alone. Okay, put that on there. Ah, heck. Okay, I gotta get the next one on. Ah! Knocked over my cookies I forgot about again. Yeah, go lay down, especially if like your back hurts or something. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I mean, it does tack up pretty quickly. Like, you know, it starts drying and setting up real good. Sometimes, like, depending on what you're using it on, it can take a little while to dry, which is why I'm using these little clippies. What's that doing? Right? It's like, this one's already gone because it's like a really small, thin application. If you spread it over a wider area, sometimes it can be, take a while longer to dry. I think it dries the fastest on paper. You can use it for like decoupage and stuff like that. Heck, was that? Yeah, that was there, and then I'm getting these all out of order. Yeah, you're gonna have to schedule your nap times. Like, okay, I'm making myself go to bed for a little bit. Okay, I'm getting better at like sewing little stars in. I'm getting a little bit better at making these cute little stars, so I want to like just make a huge garland of little stars. Oh, maybe for my trash and show outfit, I can add stars to it. Okay, that's close to the same distance, right? Again, tying little knots at the bottom of these, just so they don't pull too far down, because they're gonna be like hanging down. And even paper, or just like, you know, putting it up and taking it down, decoration, stuff like that, can get pulled on just a little bit. Delicately. A tiny knot, right? But if I needed to absolutely stay in place, I could just put a drop of the tacky on it, I said. Oh yeah, I think you came in after that, get my box again. There's this, in Santa Fe, the town about an hour north of here, it's our state's capital, they have a Santa Fe Recycle Fair, festival, expo, whatever, every year. And I have a friend from my summer volunteer thing at the festivals who goes there every year with her recycled silk scarves. And so they have a trash-in show, which, you know, trash fashion, recycled trash fashion. And for a long time, I've been making these little butterflies out of like candy wrappers. So I was like, what if I like tried to make like a high fashion outfit with all my little candy wrapper butterflies and other pieces of like little paper and foil and stuff like that. So that's the plan. I'm gonna try to wear a bunch of tiny little delicate paper butterflies. If I manage to not rip all of them immediately, I will call it a success. I think maybe now I should have put these closer together, but it's too late to back out now. Nah, I think it'll be okay like this. Oh yeah, if I'm able to pull off the dress design and like enter the trash and show, I'll well, they'll take pictures themselves at the event, and I'll definitely be like, it worked. I started planning way in advance, collecting even more little foil candy wrappers than usual, and other candy wrappers, just anything that'll work. And I'm going on a fishing trip with my dad this weekend, so hopefully I'll find some really thin monofilament fishing line, which is a real hassle to the wildlife around recreation areas, but a lot of people, when they get a tangle in their line, they'll just, like wrap it up and toss it on the ground somewhere. So they have like monofilament recycling stations and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, that's also a good clear thread. And it would also add to the recycladableness of the outfit, so I could use that to sew the pieces on and to create trailing strands of butterflies. And I could do some whole thing about like, oh yes, the butterfly is a symbol of transformation from trash into fashion. But really it was just me shoehorning symbolism into something I was already gonna do. Go. That's setting up pretty quick. I'm not sure if I want to like put some Mod Podge on these, but I might put some Mod Podge on these just to protect them, because they have these extra little foldy bits, which like they would be fine if left alone, but I don't know, it depends on where they're gonna be hung, I guess. Yeah, I think that'll be okay at that like length, that distance apart. Yeah, recycladableness, indeed. Alright, as an artist, I love shoehorning symbolism into things. Because you can totally just be like, hey, that looks cool. I'm gonna do that because it looks cool. And then later you're like, oh, I can make it have meaning? Am I a poet now? Oh my god, I didn't know I was like a visual poet. Like, oh my god. Freaking multi-talent artist over here. Another stretch reminder. For myself specifically. Smoosh that onto there. Carefully clamp that down. What time is it? 1:25? Okay. At least get one of these done. And again, the giveaway is for these little strands I'm making. I'm gonna make another one. I just don't know what it'll look like yet. So whoever the first winner is, because there can be 2 winners, whoever the first winner is, they can just say, like, if they want the one they've seen or if they want the one they haven't seen. They're gonna be pretty similar, because, they're the same color palette and stuff like that. And because my timers aren't working, it's another little thing I'm promoting. Oh, and the giveaway is exclamation point GIMME. 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 And you just have to be okay with me sending you a thing through the mail. Give me an address you're okay with giving to A stranger or a relative stranger. Some people just don't like people that know anything about where they live, and that is valid. Some people just aren't into that hanging decorations, the other weird stuff I do, and that is valid. Heck, I made it a bit far down. It shows a very fiddly and delicate project this time. Because I chose to put these tiny little stars in it. Wow, instead of managing to tie a knot slightly higher up, I managed to tie a knot on top of the knot I was trying to tie a knot above. Oh well. Hey. Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah, like at the bottom of these, I was either gonna put like a larger version of one of these, or possibly a bigger version of one of these, which I figured out how to do while I was waiting for my turn in line and lurking on Catherine. These are weird. I definitely want to make like 5,000 of these. I'm in love with these things now. Okay, that's staying. Alright, then the blue, then this, then the purple, and then I gotta put a tassel on it. I still have about 30 minutes. I'm sorry I didn't see you, boo. Yeah, these are just my extra things for the tassel bits and for the stars. Little pieces I cut off the larger pieces to work on this, cause like I can't remember if you were here to see this, but this is like these are all double-sided origami papers. No, it's okay, barely any spilled. I didn't spill all my paper, so it's just a whole ton of double-sided origami papers. So there are these big sheets that make a butterfly about this size, so it's quite a size difference. This is 1/4 the size of this one. So it's like, I could make garlands using these huge ones, but I kind of prefer the tinies. It's like, wow, Pickles, have you ever heard of paper coasters? Woven paper coasters, to be specific. Go. And then one more star, one more of those, and then I just gotta make, yeah, I think I'll make one of these things, because the whole point of these is to, like, put them in a window or outside or something. And when these turn around, especially with the two colors, they have the spawn effect. So I'll put one of those at the bottom. This reminds me of, like, stringing popcorn. Did anyone else, like, make little garlands of popcorn, like, for Christmas? Isn't that weird? That's a weird tradition. Oh wow, where did you hear about paper weaving? Was it at primary school? Yeah, these are cute little fluttery bitty butterflies. This would be more like either one of the larger butterflies, like a monarch or like a tiger swallowtail or a moth, because moths can get big. Moths can get heckin' large. Big boy. Big ol' heckin' chonker. Love a moth. Honestly, any of these could be butterflies or moths, because they're paper, and they have very similar body plans. They got the wing and the body, it's just that moths have big ol' chonky body, so I guess this one could be a moth, because it's got... because he's thick? Yeah, for a moth. Yes. Be the powerful, thick moth goddess you want to see in the world. Or god, or deity. Or spirit. There are only 3 genders. There are only 3 genders. God, deity, and spirit. Oh wait, the 4th one is goblin. Go. Is that one doing good? Alright. Hold that one down a bit longer. Oh yeah. That was also a really weird, like just using dry food as children's art supplies. At one time I was doing Gishwez, which is the greatest international scavenger hunt that the world has ever seen. If anyone's been on Tumblr, you know. It was pretty sweet. Do like these ones. And it's hosted by Misha Collins. And you have to like do a bunch of real wacky tasks. And one of them was like make a weapon out of spaghetti. So like I've heard of Tumblr. Cannot confirm nor deny whether I spend way too much time scrolling my dash. But like one of them was like make a weapon out of pasta, and so I made like a spaghetti gun, but I was determined not to use like glue, so I just wet the pasta and used the starchiness of it. Yeah, for these again, if anyone didn't see, this is how you do 2 of them. You... oh, I gotta plug in my laptop. But like, I just wet the pasta and put it together in the shape of like a cartoony machine gun. And then later, because I didn't want to waste the food, because there's kind of a lot of food waste items in that game, not gonna lie, but like I was determined not to waste my spaghetti machine gun, so I later cooked it and ate it, because and I didn't want to use anything like glue, so. Now, for making these little accordions, I got distracted. I'm not good at prioritizing tasks. You fold them over like this so that they're perpendicular, and then you fold them over each other so they hug each other. And then from this side you want to fold the piece that's behind, you fold it over the top, sort of lock those in place, and then the piece that's behind you fold it over the top, straighten it out if you need to, and then it's behind you fold it over, and it's behind you fold it over. You don't turn it around and start to go from this side, stay on one side, and then fold and fold and fold. My mom taught me how to do this at like a Denny's when I was like, can't even remember, like freaking 4 years old or something. And I do it with every single straw wrapper, unless I'm in like a huge hurry, as a little memory of my mom. So I like to teach it to other people, because you end up with this really neat little accordion fold, and it's really cute. Okay, when you get to the end, if you have little tabs left hanging out over the sides, you do the same thing, but you pull this down and you tuck them inside so they sort of hold each other down. Another way to do it is you fold this like a triangle and you fold it under itself. It could just be spaghetti. Freaking macaroni bayonet. Is this long enough? Oh, it makes a pretty good like rainbow effect, I think. Yeah, if you use these double-sided ones, you can have so much fun. Even with just a simple straw wrapper, it's really pretty. Yeah, like you just, if you fold it in like that, if you have, if it's like, if there's not enough to fully fold it, if you do the triangle thing where you like tuck it under and make like a little triangle at the end, that's also a good way to hold it together. Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna like try to twist this backwards to stretch it out a bit. And I'm gonna run this through the top of this and like tie it off. I'm glad it's relaxing and not like boring or annoying. That would suck. Glad it's a chill time out there. Okay, that's good. That's still drawing at the top, but it is cemented there. And I'll let that one clamp down a bit longer. I might do like a couple of these at the bottom because this is a little bit short. Oh, good. Okay. I'm putting that right through the top of that first square and under here. Gently pulling. Come on, there we go. Paper can be really strong, and it can also be the most finicky, fragile little whippersnapper. I'm also watching the time. 1:39 is almost 1:40. Okay, I'm gonna put this like this, and then I'm gonna do... This is a bit long here, so I'm just gonna... Made a duck noise there. Okay. I'm gonna like pull that up a little bit and then try to put that up about thereabouts. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and I'm gonna tie a second knot there just to be safe. Bulk it up a little bit. I'm gonna trim that carefully. Come on, there we go. Okay, is that doing good? Yeah, it's still gotta hold together a little bit, but I'll like... Oh, this one's a long one. Oh, it's not that long, I guess. Okay, so it's like, some of them are flipping over, but it's a little string of butterflies with this fun little rainbow kaleidoscope thing at the end. I think I might put one more of these under this, using like the yellow and purple one, and maybe the green one again. The blue one again. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put like one more of these at the bottom just because I feel like it needs a little bit extra oomph down here. Like this one's kind of lonely. Yeah, I like making these simple little butterfly strings. Well, these are a bit more complicated than my usual ones. Oh, hey, what's up? I've been working on origami butterfly garlands. I'm gonna make another one, probably tomorrow, because my neck really hurts and I gotta go to bed eventually. But, I'm gonna make another one after this. And if you enter the giveaway by typing !gimme, you can win one of them. You can choose to win the one that you see here, or a mystery one that will have the same color palette, but the colors will be arranged very slightly differently, probably. Whoa, exciting! Fold, then we fold, then we fold. I think this one might look a little less rainbowy without the green, but that's okay. It's next to a whole bunch of the rest of the colors, so it'll be fine. Right, pat that down, and then we fold those in there. Sometimes you gotta like tuck the little pieces down in there. There we go. Make a press. Ooh. Yeah, this one turned into like sunset colors, kinda. I love how simple but cool it is to do this with the double-sided papers. Really pretty. Okay, so I gotta attach these at the bottom and top, so let me put some little knots. Yeah, I'm like, because when I made this one, I just used 2 of the same type because I had a bunch of extra purple and yellow left over after I messed up some cuts. So I was experimenting. But then I was like, wait, they're double-sided. I could put 4 colors. Okay, I'm gonna put this through the bottom of here. Get that about in the middle. Don't gotta be perfect, cause nature ain't perfect. Or it is perfect. It's just very messy. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this, okay, it'll grab better through this side. Put this through here. Go. Alright, so it's like that. I'm gonna put that, about as far away as the other one. Okay. Way a bit, and put that like here. It's like, I think it's like just a simple cotton cord, but I was worried that this thread, the way it is, this like cord, the string, would be too thick, especially when I was trying to thread like the little stars. So I unraveled like a third of the tiny strings making up the cord. This is like 2/3, and then this is like the thicker one. And then this really thin one I have is like a third. It's like a third of this cord. So it's just some like, I'm pretty sure it's cotton. I could do a burn test, but I don't want to smell it. Like the probably cotton cord that I just found at my craft stash. You can do this with all sorts of things though. I've used embroidery thread, I've used the string from an old kite that I lost. That stuff was awesome, the kite string. I used that on like a whole ton of these little strings, these little butterfly things. But you can pretty much use like any type of string. Right, it's kind of awkward to show it sideways, but you know. Well, these can be hung up sideways. It's got these, so it needs to be stretched out more. These two little thingies at the end that can spin around in the light breeze and show off their little colors. All these little fluttering butterflies. Oh geez, there's like missing. Oh yeah. Yeah, go get yourself some groceries. I hope you remember everything that you need and don't come back like, I forgot the bread. Oh, a burn test is a test that you can do that's really reliable for figuring out what kind of fabric something is. So my neck hurts, I gotta stretch. Like, I don't have it right now, I would have to find it, but there's this book by, Bernadette Banner. She's a historical fashion YouTuber who has really good tips on, like, sewing and stuff like that. That has a really good burn test section in it. And it's like, you take a small section of your string or your fabric, just like a little piece of it, and you set it on fire however you see fit. You don't put like chemicals on it, just like use a lighter. Just set it on fire and then blow it out. And depending on what happens to the fabric, you can tell what kind of fabric it is just from how it burns. Like, I can't remember all of them, but like synthetic fabrics, if it's like made out of polyester or acrylic or stuff like that, it's made of plastic, so it's gonna bead up, it's gonna like melt and bead up into these little hard plastic beads, and it smells, you know, like burning plastic, which is also why, you know, it's, they make like children's pajamas fire resistant by making them out of like wool and stuff, because if you wear like plastic and you get caught on fire, it can melt to your skin, so that's horrifying. So if it melts, it's polyester or something similar to that. It's synthetic. There's different ways to tell what kind of synthetic it is, but I can't remember them right now. Then if it's wool, it's gonna smell like burning hair, and it's not gonna burn very much because wool is extremely fire resistant. It's like, wool is one of the best things to wear if you're potentially gonna accidentally get caught on fire. Yeah, just look up like fabric burn test, and it'll tell you how to check for different kinds of fabric. There's like but yeah, if it's a synthetic, it's gonna melt, and if it's a natural fiber like cotton or wool or rayon, linen, stuff like that, silk, it tends to, you know, just, it burns. It turns kind of crumbly and ashy, and depending on the type of, you know, the type of materials made out of it's gonna burn differently. So if you know how the different materials burn, you can pick up like some like leftover fabric at like a thrift store, or you could be going through your closet and you don't have any labels on it, but you want to make something out of it, but you gotta know what type of fabric it is. You can set it on fire a little bit, and based on the look and the smell and how long it burns, you can get a pretty good understanding of what type of fire it is. Yeah, like there's some fabrics from like, is this a wool? Did I find a really nice wool at like the thrift store for really cheap? And then it'll turn out it's like a synthetic or something, and I'll be like, God dang, I want the breathability and heat retention of wool. Yeah, Bernadette Banner is like really good for if you want to know stuff about clothes and fabrics and all that sort of thing. Her book is just great. I'm not usually the type to get like sewing tutorial books. I usually just get like little pamphlets, or I look them up online or something, but that book is a treasure trove. Yeah, just a little fire for science as a treat. Oh dang, it's like 1:51. Let me know, oh, if I'm stalling for time, I can stall for time. But just let me know when to raid to Lifaja, and I'm good to go. I'm gonna keep folding butterflies for the next garland. Yeah, in most circumstances, you usually have to take home the sample before testing it, but if you're quick. Or I guess it's like, if you somehow manage to get like a thread off it, or like a few threads, or if you snip like a tiny little piece off the fabric that no one will notice missing, and then you go outside and light it on fire, then you can go back in and be like, it's wool, I'm getting it. Maybe I could possibly even make this one, just the plain butterflies, or I can make it the decorated butterflies. I guess it'll depend on whoever wins a giveaway. Oh, okay, should I like do giveaway stuff? Because I don't know if all the people who are here when they entered are still here, or... Okay, there are 5 entrants. If anyone else wants to enter the giveaway, type exclamation point gimme, Gimme, like gimme that. If anyone else wants to do it, you have like until I finish this butterfly. And you can win, well, the first person gets to choose which one they want. If they want this one, or if they want the second one I'm gonna make, which is, we don't know what it's gonna look yet. What it's gonna look like yet. I'm so excited to use more of this double-sided paper because I want to do more of these little skulls for like this year's Dia de los Muertos, which is in November, but I mean I might as well prepare early. Make a bunch of cute little calaveras. Okay, we're almost there. Last few seconds here. Okay, there you go. Time's up. Close giveaway. Okay, let's draw winners. Come on. No. My trackpad has been so annoying. Yeah, because I have like the cute double-sided stuff, so I can make them all colorful. Yeah, I can do that. I'm just gonna draw these real quick. Drum roll, bada 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 bada. The first winner is Catherine Everything. So you get to decide if you want the one that is completed or the one that is yet to be completed and is a mystery. Second one is Sassy. The first 2 people who entered. Okay, well, Sassy's gonna get whichever one you don't want. I think she's like taking a nap right now, so she just gets whichever one you don't choose. Okay. You said Lifaja wants to Lifaja. Okay. Okay, so you take your paper. If you want me to show you on a big one, stop me and I will show you on a bigger one. I'm like going to use the last few minutes of my time to show you how to do this. You fold your paper. Alright, so you get the mystery one. Sassy's getting this one. I'm gonna make it in a similar way, except it'll be different patterns. Yay! Okay, you take your paper, you fold it like this with the color you want on the outside. And then again, you fold it the other direction, so that's... you have folded it... oh, heck, okay. Okay, oh, okay. Okay, so you have your piece of paper, and your first step is you want to fold it in the 4 directions. So you fold it in a triangle, and a rectangle in one direction, and you fold it in a rectangle in the other direction, so that you now have the 4 little sides. Okay, I'll try not to go too fast. I'm so used to this, I'm just like, go, go, go. You have the 4 little sides, and then you fold it triangle-wise. I'm just saying the things again to have something to say in case anyone needs an explanation. Fold it triangle-wise, and then you also fold it the other triangle-wise, so that you have folded it like the 4 basic directions you can fold it. So you have this going on, where there's creases all over the place. Alright, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, jelly sandwich, jelly sandwich. And then you fold it like this on one of the rectangles, so that the fold is at the top and the opening's at the bottom. I mean, you can do it the other way, but I don't know. And then you take this and you press it in like that. So you're folding this on the creases so that it goes inward. Looks like that. Then you take the other side and you do the same. It looks like that from the bottom. Well, there's technically this is the bottom now, but you know, looks like this now. Okay, now we have our little triangle, and we take, these are going to come the little feeties, and you take just one and you pull it down so that the end of the little wingtip there meets the bottom of the triangle. And then you take the other one, same direction, and you crease it down. Okay, it looks like this so far. And then we turn it over to this side. Well, like, you don't have to turn it over, you can just pull it from the back, I'm just showing you. But you turn it to this side and you take this, leaving the little feeties, and you pull this up. And you want to pull it so that it goes just a little bit above there. So it's like, focus camera. So it's like going up a little bit. And it pulls these. So you squash them down. Just like that. And you pull it down. And you squish it. So it looks like that in the back and like that in the front. Then, well, I just keep focusing on the background. And then we fold it in half. It was flying. Oh, okay, we fold it in half like that. Give it another squish. So it looks like this. And then we fold it from here to however big you want the wing to be. Sort of adjust it if you need to. That'll be like that. And then we go to the other side and also fold that. So now we've got this going on. And then we take the top and give it a little, oh, whoops. Sometimes you gotta get in there and push it back into shape. Take the top and smoosh it so that it goes like that. Press it real hard. Again, if you need to, you can use like a little pliers and like press the creases closed. And then butterfly. Yay! And then if you want to add details to them, you do things like sort of separate where the wing comes across and you hold it down, stuff like that, you know. Hello. Yeah, a lot of smooshies. Yeah, smoosh it real good. Yay, nice. I'm glad she was able to follow along without my ramblings. Alrighty, should I head over to her now? I'm assuming I should. Okay, it's /raid, right? Okay, raid Lefaja _art. I think I have a command for that I never use. No, wait, heck. Reading lift. While everyone jumps onto that, hopefully. Yay, okay, that's who we're raiding, just in case something goes wrong. Twitch has been giving me problems all day with it not raiding properly, so I hope it sends you to the next person. Anyway, the flutter along my little butterflies to the next raid. I'm sorry I said that. Yep, grab your raid thing if you want to grab it, and I'm sending you on. Here you go. Bye.